I guess we're kind of asking like about offensive stuff, like offensive material. Like as a Christian, like if I produce something like and it offends other Christians, like what do you do with that?
Right.
And we were joking around pre-show, and I was saying how do we allow Nick to use the F-bomb? Not that it's about that, but how can we let Nick use the F-bomb?
I just use it.
You just use it when it works, but I don't care if things are offensive.
I don't either.
But I guess because I'm not offended.
Right.
There's not a whole lot that offends me.
Right. And what is it? Offense is taken, not given. You have to choose what you're offended by, and everybody has their triggers. But cursing's not one of them for me.
Yeah,
never has been. The F-bomb can be really good sometimes. Like it can be a really good punctuation.
It can preach.
Oh yeah. It could be a good punctuation to a joke.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm okay with it. There's always a time and place. We talked about this earlier. Yeah. Respect. There's a certain time and place to use it, and you got to know when to turn it on and off. And I'm not going to use it now. Right. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably not going to be uttered on this show.
Yeah. Just don't play Overwatch with me.
Yeah. There were so many things that people get offended about. Like I remember people used to get offended over clothing, or like you couldn't like growing up in church, you couldn't wear shorts to church. Right. Couldn't wear tank tops. There's a lot of stuff you just couldn't do, and it was part of that old idea of you can't do pretty much anything you want to do. Right. And which I would love to do a segment on the show, and we'll have to find some stuff like this and call it "Do They Still Believe That?" Oh. Yeah. Just to see that.
I like it.
Because I'm wearing a pair of shorts right now, and we're sitting over at the church. Yeah. So obviously that's not offensive anymore, but man, it used to be. Do you let women talk in church? Paul said no. That's loaded. Right. And some people are going to rightly say, "Hey, Paul probably didn't write that," but
and some people take that super literally. So
do you let people talk in church? Do you let women serve? Do you let them preach? So what do people still believe? Because I do think we've progressed in a certain trajectory. The church.
Is it the Nazarene that don't allow dancing and cards and that kind of thing?
I think they used to, because they were part of that old holiness movie.
Everybody has to wear skirt or dresses and
probably so.
Can't dance.
I came from families that had that kind of holiness background. Really? Yeah, and they would jean skirts rather than never shorts. What am I saying? But yeah, and it comes from a good place, but then it turned into legalism. It started out as, well, we want to be pure. We don't want to do anything that might cause lust, and that comes from a good place. But then it becomes the men are forcefully telling the women what they can and can't do, so subjugate to them. And then you've got women who are judging other women who might have had their ear pierced and all that kind of stuff. Right. So do people still believe this? And I don't know. Some people probably do, but thank goodness it's let up.
Yeah. I know that in terms of tradition, my mom's side is very, very Catholic. And so when her mom died and we went to her funeral, it was a Catholic service, and that was the first time I'd ever been to a Catholic service. And there's a lot of standing and kneeling and standing and sitting and
it's a workout,
saying certain vows and words and all kinds of stuff, and that does not click with me in one way whatsoever.
See, I would love that. I think.
It was a fun experience for once, but I don't know. I don't think I could do that as a church service all the time. Yeah. No disrespect to the people that do it, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's we've got our own thing, and we're going to a place that is very just relaxed. Yeah, it's just very chill.
It's just if you come in, just don't kill anyone.
Yeah, trying to be nice, try to be kind, and that's the whole thing with being offensive. I think we gotta. I think I can work the rest of my life just working on being kind.
Right.
And like that might be as good as I get, because I grew up very religious and I knew judgment. I didn't understand grace. So for me, it's like, how do I treat a person with kindness?
Right.
Because it's not always easy. Like my knee-jerk reaction isn't kindness.
No,
It's sarcasm generally.
Sarcasm, just kind of, I was going to say snootiness. That's not the right word, but snarkiness. That's the word I was going for, snarkiness.